With the inauguration just days away, we're taking a moment to look at the legacy of Vice President-elect Kamala Harris. As CBS 2's Jeff Nguyen shows us, her California roots helped in her historic rise to power.
Long before Kamala Harris walked out to the music of Mary J. Blige for her historic acceptance speech as Vice President-elect, she was the daughter of California. She recently spoke to CNN about her childhood in Oakland.
The soundtrack of my childhood was Aretha Franklin singing "You Are Young, Gifted, and Black."
She grew up in the upstairs unit of this apartment building where she would be bused to her elementary school an hour away during the desegregation of public schools, a subject that gained headlines during the debates against then-candidate Joe Biden for the Democratic presidential nomination.
You know, there was a little girl in California who was part of the second class to integrate her public schools. And she was bused to school every day. And that little girl was me.
Harris got a front row seat to the civil rights movement of the 60s because her parents would take her to demonstrations in a stroller.
And they're marching and they're into it. And at one point, my uncle looks down and says, "Where's Kamala?" Because I had kind of fallen out the stroller.
Experiences like that led her to Howard, a historically black university for her undergrad, then UC Hastings Law School. She passed the bar on her second try before joining the San Francisco City Attorney's Office. In 2003, she was elected district attorney.
A very talented, dedicated person who really has the heart of a prosecutor and the soul of a social worker.
As AG, she faced criticism for her complex record on the death penalty and the enforcement of a truancy law that punished parents. But she also gained praise for a massive mortgage settlement with major banks in the wake of the Great Recession. She was then elected to the U.S. Senate. Longtime friend Derek Johnson will be attending the inauguration.
And I'm very, very proud. I mean, words don't even describe how proud I am.
Because now is when the real work begins.
In November, the Vice President-elect wore suffragette white to honor the women of the past. At her old elementary school, she too has left a lasting impression. Jeff Nguyen, CBS 2 News.